Americans earning a regular salary may be shocked to learn just how wide the cost of living gap is across the country. By the end of 2024, the median annual wage for individuals sat just below $62,000, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But according to a recent Smart Assets study, you'd need at least $80,829 a year to live comfortably in West Virginia, the most affordable state in the US. On the other end, Hawaii, where that number soars to $124,467, making it the priciest state in the nation. Smart Asset defines comfortable as following the 50-30-20 budget rule. That's 50% for essentials like housing and groceries, 30% for discretionary spending, and 20% for debt repayment and savings. Using MIT's living wage calculator, they estimated the real cost of necessities in every state for 2025. Today, we're counting down all 50 states from most affordable to most expensive, so you can see exactly where your paycheck would stretch and where it would evaporate. Number 50. Hawaii. Hawaii's paradise comes at a steep price, and it's not just about the airfare to get there. For a single adult to live comfortably in the Aloha State, you'll need about $124,800 per year in 2025-2026. That's nearly double the United States median income, driven by sky-high housing and grocery costs. The median home price sits at roughly $831,000. As of August 2025, the average rent in Honolulu is $1,706 per month. Overall, Hawaii's cost of living is 86% above the national average, with essentials like food and utilities consistently topping the charts. Yes, the beaches are free, but everything else will make your wallet sweat. Number 49, Massachusetts. The Bay State delivers elite universities, rich history, and a thriving economy, but the price tag will make even Harvard grads wince. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $121,100 a year to live comfortably here. The median home price hovers near $658,000, and median rent for a one-bedroom is around $2,500 a month, with Boston and Cambridge pulling averages skyward. Overall cost of living runs 48% above the national average, with housing and transportation as the biggest budget crushers. Great for career opportunities and coastal charm, but you'll need more than lobster rolls to stay afloat financially. Number 48, California. California's scenery and lifestyle are unmatched, from Pacific sunsets to wine country weekends, but living here will cost you a small fortune. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $115,200 a year to live comfortably. The median home price sits around $775,000, and median rent for a one-bedroom averages $2,300 a month, spiking above $3,000 in cities like San Francisco and San Jose. The overall cost of living is 42% higher than the national average, with housing, taxes, and transportation taking the largest bite. Yes, the Golden State delivers opportunity, culture, and sunshine if you can afford the gold-plated price tag. Number 47, New York. The Empire State delivers big city dreams and a price tag to match. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs roughly $114,691 per year to live comfortably here. Housing costs are the biggest hurdle. The median home price hovers around $509,000, but in Manhattan, that number can easily triple. Median rent for a one-bedroom runs about $2,900 a month, with NYC averaging over $3,200. The overall cost of living is 37% above the national average, driven by housing, food, and transportation. While upstate towns offer relief with more affordable prices, the pull of New York City's energy keeps costs sky high. Number 46, Alaska. The last frontier offers rugged beauty, unmatched wilderness, and a lifestyle built for those who love the outdoors, but isolation comes at a price. In 2025, the median home price is around $383,000, though remote towns can be far cheaper and Anchorage much higher. Average rent statewide sits near $1,450. But essentials like groceries and utilities cost significantly more due to shipping and energy expenses. A single adult needs about $100,298 a year to live comfortably here, driven by the state's high cost of goods and limited housing inventory. For those willing to trade convenience for glaciers, mountains, and northern lights, Alaska's lifestyle is truly one of a kind. Number 45, Oregon. From rugged Pacific coastline to the snow-capped Cascades, Oregon blends natural beauty with vibrant city life, but it's far from a budget state. As of 2025, the median home price hovers around $504,000, with Portland and Bend driving much of that figure. Statewide average rent is about $1,500, but desirable areas can be hundreds higher. Groceries, utilities, and transportation costs all trend above the US average, contributing to an annual salary requirement of roughly $104,666 for a single adult to live comfortably. Still, for those who value outdoor recreation, craft culture, and progressive communities, Oregon offers a lifestyle worth the premium. Number 44. Maryland. Maryland packs in ocean beaches, historic towns, and proximity to Washington, D.C., but it comes at a price. As of 2025, the median home price is about $435,000, with hotspots like Annapolis and Bethesda pushing far higher. Average statewide rent sits near $1,700, though metro-adjacent areas often top $2,000. Groceries, healthcare, and transportation all track above the US average, leading to an estimated annual salary need of $108,867 for a single adult to live comfortably. While costs are steep, Maryland offers a rare mix of coastal recreation, urban convenience, and strong job opportunities in sectors like healthcare, government, and tech. Number 43. Washington. Washington state blends lush forests, rugged coastline, and snow-capped peaks, but scenic living here comes at a steep cost. In 2025, the median home price hovers around $606,000, with Seattle area homes often well above $800,000. Average rent is roughly $1,800 statewide, though urban centers can surpass $2,400. Groceries, transportation, and utilities sit notably higher than the national average, pushing the estimated comfortable living salary for a single adult to about $109,658. While the cost of living is high, Washington's no state income tax policy, thriving job market in tech, aerospace, and healthcare, plus unmatched outdoor recreation keep demand strong. Number 42. New Jersey. The Garden State packs dense population, major metro access, and some of the highest living costs in the nation. In 2025, the median home price sits near $569,000. Statewide average rent is about $2,200, climbing to $2,700 plus in the most desirable commuter towns. Groceries, property taxes, and transportation are all well above the US average, pushing the estimated comfortable living salary for a single adult to around $108,992. Despite the expense, New Jersey offers top-rated schools, strong healthcare, a diverse economy, and easy access to beaches, mountains, and major cities. Number 41. Vermont. The Green Mountain State offers postcard-perfect scenery and a slower pace of life, but the tranquility comes with a steep price tag. As of 2025, the median home price hovers around $409,000, with popular ski towns like Stowe and Killington pushing well past that. Average rent statewide is about $1,800, but can exceed $2,500 in high-demand resort areas. Groceries, utilities, and healthcare all trend above the national average, raising the estimated comfortable living salary for a single adult to roughly $99,632. Still, Vermont rewards its residents with 4 distinct seasons: vibrant local food culture, strong environmental values, and endless outdoor recreation. Number 40. Connecticut. Connecticut offers a mix of coastal living, historic towns, and access to major hubs like New York City and Boston. But all that convenience comes with a hefty price tag. As of 2025, a single adult needs roughly $105,900 per year to live comfortably here. The median home price is around $437,000, though in affluent areas like Fairfield County, it can easily top $600,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment sits near $2,200 per month, and groceries, utilities, and transportation costs run about 12% above the US average. While salaries in sectors like finance, healthcare, and education are strong, the high cost of living means even above-average earners have to budget carefully. For those who can afford it, Connecticut delivers New England charm, waterfront beauty, and a high standard of living, but affordability isn't its strongest selling point. Number 39. Rhode Island. The smallest state in the US punches above its weight in charm and coastal beauty, but living here isn't exactly cheap. In 2025, a single adult needs about $103,800 per year to live comfortably, thanks to high housing and utility costs. The median home price hovers around $496,000, and rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages $1,850 monthly, especially in popular spots like Providence and Newport. Groceries and dining out can run 10–15% higher than the national average, and transportation costs add up quickly if you commute to Boston. While salaries in healthcare, education, and maritime industries are competitive, Rhode Island's strong tourism appeal and limited housing stock keep prices high. Those who can afford it enjoy ocean views, historic neighborhoods, and easy access to both city life and sandy beaches. Number 38. Maine. Maine's rugged coastline, charming small towns, and endless forests make it a dream for nature lovers, but its cost of living may surprise you. In 2025, a single adult needs about $96,595 annually to live comfortably here, largely due to rising housing costs and higher than average utility bills. Cold winters aren't cheap to heat. The median home price sits around $419,000, with one-bedroom rents averaging $1,700 per month, particularly in popular spots like Portland and Bar Harbor. Groceries tend to run 5–10% above the national average, and fuel costs can spike in rural areas. While salaries in healthcare, education, and tourism can be solid, seasonal employment and limited housing inventory keep the market competitive. For those who can make the numbers work, Maine offers a slower pace of life, fresh seafood, and some of the most picturesque scenery in New England. Number 37. Illinois. Living comfortably in Illinois in 2025 requires about $98,000 a year for a single adult. The median home price sits around $286,000, but prices spike in the Chicago metro area, where housing demand remains strong. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment statewide is about $1,670. With utilities and property taxes notably higher than the national average. Illinois consistently ranks near the top for property tax rates. Overall cost of living is roughly 4% above the US average, driven mainly by housing and transportation. While Chicago offers world-class culture, dining, and jobs in finance, tech, and healthcare, the state's smaller towns and cities provide more affordable housing options, often within commuting distance of major employers. Number 36. New Hampshire. A single adult in New Hampshire needs about $103,085 per year to live comfortably in 2025–2026. Housing is the biggest budget driver. The median home price is around $509,000, with southern cities like Nashua and Portsmouth pushing prices higher, while rural northern towns can be more affordable. Rent for a one-bedroom averages about $1,700 monthly. The overall cost of living is about 6–8% above the national average. But the state has no income tax or sales tax, which offsets costs for some residents. Winters are cold and snowy, but summers are mild. And outdoor recreation is abundant, from the White Mountains to Lake Winnipesaukee. Proximity to Boston adds job opportunities without the same level of congestion or prices found in Massachusetts. Number 35. Colorado. Living in Colorado in 2025–2026 means balancing high housing costs with an unmatched outdoor lifestyle. A single adult needs about $105,955 annually to live comfortably here. The median home price is roughly $549,000, driven up by Denver, Boulder, and resort towns like Aspen and Vail, though more affordable pockets still exist in places like Pueblo and Grand Junction. Rent for a one-bedroom averages $1,605 a month statewide, with smaller towns in the plains and southern regions often hundreds less. The cost of living sits around 9–10% above the national average, heavily influenced by housing and transportation. In return, residents enjoy over 300 days of sunshine, world-class skiing, hiking, and a strong job market in tech, healthcare, and tourism. While prices have climbed rapidly over the past decade, wage growth and remote work flexibility keep Colorado attractive for those who value nature and active living. Number 34. Virginia. Virginia blends East Coast opportunity with Southern charm, but living comfortably here in 2025–2026 still requires a solid income. A single adult needs about $106,704 annually to maintain a balanced lifestyle under the 50–30–20 budget rule. Housing costs vary wildly. The median home price statewide is about $410,000, but areas like Northern Virginia and Arlington push far higher, while rural Southwest counties can be half that. Average rent for a one-bedroom runs $1,800 a month, climbing above $2,000 near DC suburbs. The overall cost of living is roughly 7–8% above the US average, with transportation and housing as the biggest factors. Virginia's economy is fueled by government, military, tech, and healthcare jobs. And its geography offers everything from Blue Ridge mountain towns to Atlantic beaches. While not the cheapest, its mix of career options, historic charm, and varied landscapes continues to attract both young professionals and retirees who can manage the price tag. Number 33, Minnesota. Known as the land of 10,000 lakes, Minnesota offers a balance of thriving metro areas like Minneapolis, St. Paul, and quieter rural communities. But to live comfortably here in 2025-2026, a single adult needs roughly $91,728 a year following the 50-30-20 budget rule. The median home price statewide is around $351,000, but prices climb higher in the Twin Cities and in popular lakefront areas. Average rent for a one-bedroom is about $1,300 a month, which is still below the national average but steadily rising. Overall cost of living is only slightly higher than average, though heating costs in winter can be significant. The state's strong job market, quality healthcare, and endless outdoor recreation make it a draw, especially for those who can handle long, snowy winters. Number 32, Pennsylvania. From the bustling streets of Philadelphia to the rolling hills of Amish country and the rugged Allegheny Mountains, Pennsylvania offers a wide range of lifestyles. For a single adult to live comfortably here in 2025-2026, you'll need around $95,306 annually under the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices hover near $286,000, though you can still find rural bargains under $200,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is about $1,500 a month, with Pittsburgh and Philly on the higher end. The state's overall cost of living is slightly below the national average, with relatively affordable groceries and utilities balancing out higher healthcare and housing costs in certain areas. Pennsylvania's appeal lies in its mix of history, culture, and natural beauty, plus no shortage of weekend road trip destinations. Number 31, Wisconsin. Wisconsin offers a mix of scenic lakeshores, vibrant cities, and affordable small towns. To live comfortably as a single adult in 2025-2026, you'll need about $87,194 a year under the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. Median home prices sit around $331,000, with rural and northern areas coming in much cheaper than Madison or Milwaukee. Rent for a one-bedroom averages $1,250 per month, though you can still find places for under $800 in smaller communities. The overall cost of living is slightly below the national average, and Wisconsin's combination of outdoor recreation, strong manufacturing base, and close-knit communities makes it a solid choice for those seeking a balanced lifestyle. Number 30, Nevada. Nevada offers more than just Las Vegas glitz. You'll find desert valleys, alpine lakes, and quiet mountain towns. For a single adult to live comfortably here in 2025-2026, you'll need around $99,216 annually under the 50-30-20 budget rule. The median home price is roughly $452,000, though smaller rural communities in the north and along the Utah border often come in far cheaper. Renting a one-bedroom averages $1,300 per month, with Reno and Vegas pushing that number higher. The state's overall cost of living is above the national average, driven by housing and utilities, but there's no state income tax, a big plus for workers and retirees. Nevada's mix of entertainment, outdoor recreation, and tax advantages make it an appealing choice if you can handle the hotter climate and higher housing costs. Number 29, Arizona. Known for its dramatic desert landscapes, vibrant cities, and stunning national parks, Arizona blends natural beauty with urban convenience. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $101,587 annually to live comfortably under the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices are around $426,000, though rural areas and smaller towns offer properties under $300,000. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages $1,318 per month, with Phoenix and Scottsdale pushing higher. The state's overall cost of living is slightly above the national average, driven by housing and utilities, while groceries remain moderate. With over 300 sunny days a year, Arizona is perfect for outdoor lovers if you can handle the heat. Number 28, North Carolina. From the Outer Banks' windswept beaches to the soaring Blue Ridge Mountains, North Carolina offers a little bit of everything and at a price that's still within reach for many. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $93,766 annually to live comfortably here using the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices hover around $336,000, though smaller towns in the Piedmont and mountains can still dip under $250,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom is about $1,360 per month, with Charlotte and Raleigh on the high end and places like Asheville and Wilmington balancing charm with rising costs. Overall cost of living sits slightly below the national average thanks to relatively affordable groceries, transportation, and healthcare. The combination of job growth, mild winters, and diverse landscapes keeps North Carolina high on relocation wish lists. Number 27. South Carolina. South Carolina blends coastal charm with historic towns and rolling countryside, offering a variety of lifestyles for every budget. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $92,144 annually to live comfortably here, following the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices sit near $303,000, though you can still find smaller inland homes for under $250,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom runs about $1,390 per month, with Charleston and Hilton Head commanding the highest prices, while cities like Columbia and Greenville remain more affordable. The Palmetto State's overall cost of living is slightly below the national average, with relatively low property taxes and affordable groceries offsetting higher healthcare and coastal insurance costs. Between its beaches, golf courses, and warm southern hospitality, South Carolina continues to attract retirees, remote workers, and those seeking a slower pace without sacrificing amenities. Number 26. Florida. Florida's mix of sunny weather, sandy beaches, and no state income tax has long made it a magnet for retirees and remote workers alike. But living here comfortably in 2025-2026 comes with a higher price tag than many expect. A single adult needs around $97,386 annually to maintain a comfortable lifestyle under the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices hover near $390,000, though inland areas like Ocala or Lakeland still offer homes under $300,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is about $1,700 per month, with Miami, Naples, and Sarasota commanding top-tier rates, while smaller towns offer far more affordable options. Florida's overall cost of living is slightly above the national average, driven by high housing demand, insurance premiums, and coastal living expenses. Still, the year-round warmth, abundant recreation, and tax advantages keep it firmly on the radar for those seeking both lifestyle and financial benefits. Number 25. Texas. Texas offers a blend of urban excitement, small-town comfort, and no state income tax. But the cost of living varies wildly depending on where you land. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs roughly $90,771 per year to live comfortably under the 50-30-20 budget method. Median home prices sit near $310,000, but that number hides big differences. Austin's median is pushing $500,000, while towns in West Texas can dip under $200,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is about $1,250 per month, with Dallas, Houston, and Austin on the pricier end, and mid-sized cities like Lubbock, Waco, and Amarillo offering better deals. Texas's overall cost of living is close to the national average, but housing demand in booming metros and rising property taxes can stretch budgets. Still, the state's strong job market, diverse economy, and cultural variety from Gulf Coast beaches to hill country wineries make it an appealing choice for many. Number 24. Georgia. Georgia blends southern charm, a growing economy, and diverse landscapes from the Appalachian foothills to the Atlantic coast. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $99,590 per year to live comfortably under the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices average around $335,000, with Atlanta's metro pushing higher, while rural areas and small towns in South Georgia offer homes well under $200,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is about $1,434 per month, with Savannah and Atlanta on the pricier side and smaller cities like Macon and Augusta offering more affordable options. Georgia's overall cost of living is slightly below the national average, helped by reasonable utility and grocery prices, though property taxes can vary widely by county. With a booming film industry, major corporate hubs, a mild climate, and a mix of city energy and small-town hospitality, Georgia continues to attract newcomers from across the U.S. Number 23. Utah. Utah offers a stunning mix of outdoor adventure, economic growth, and family-friendly living. From the red rock deserts of the south to the snow-packed peaks in the north, it's an outdoor enthusiast's dream. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $99,466 per year to live comfortably using the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices sit around $534,000, though small towns in central and southern Utah can still be found for under $300,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is about $1,400 per month, with Salt Lake City and Park City commanding the highest prices. The overall cost of living is slightly above the national average, driven by housing, but balanced by lower-than-average utility costs and no tax on groceries. Utah's booming job market, especially in tech, outdoor recreation, and tourism, paired with its safe communities and access to national parks, makes it one of the most desirable states for those seeking both opportunity and adventure. Number 22. Montana. Montana blends rugged natural beauty with a slower, wide-open lifestyle that's hard to find elsewhere. From Glacier National Park's jagged peaks to the rolling prairies in the east, it's a paradise for hikers, anglers, and anyone craving elbow room. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $92,851 per year to live comfortably under the 50-30-20 budget rule. The median home price is roughly $464,000, but smaller towns outside Bozeman, Missoula, and Whitefish can still dip below $300,000. Rent for a one-bedroom averages around $1,400 per month, with higher prices in resort towns. Overall, cost of living is slightly above the national average, mostly due to housing and transportation in rural areas, but groceries and utilities tend to be moderate. With no sales tax, breathtaking landscapes, and a tight-knit community spirit, Montana offers a quality of life that's as expansive as its skies. Number 21. Michigan. Michigan offers a unique mix of freshwater shoreline, industrial heritage, and affordable living. From the bustling streets of Detroit and Grand Rapids to the quiet charm of lakefront towns like Traverse City, the state delivers variety for every lifestyle. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $87,235 per year to live comfortably. Median home prices hover near $262,000, with many rural and small-town options well below $200,000. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages around $1,100 per month, though college towns and lakefront communities run higher. Michigan's overall cost of living sits slightly below the national average, with groceries and utilities staying reasonable, but heating costs in winter can add up. With 4 distinct seasons, endless outdoor recreation, and access to the Great Lakes, Michigan proves you can live well without breaking the bank. Number 20. Delaware. Delaware may be small in size, but it packs in plenty of coastal charm, historic towns, and tax advantages that make it an appealing option for budget-conscious residents. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs roughly $97,469 a year to live comfortably. The median home price sits around $404,000, with inland areas offering homes for under $250,000. Rent for a one-bedroom averages $1,600 per month, but you can find lower rates in smaller communities away from the beaches. Delaware's overall cost of living is about 4% below the national average, thanks to no state sales tax, reasonable utility costs, and relatively affordable groceries. With easy access to Philadelphia, Baltimore, and DC, plus scenic beaches and charming small towns, Delaware blends affordability with a convenient East Coast location. Number 19. Idaho. Idaho has been climbing the popularity charts in recent years, but compared to other western states, it still offers relatively affordable mountain and small-town living. For 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $96,429 annually to live comfortably. The median home price is around $472,000. With more budget-friendly options in smaller towns like Pocatello or Twin Falls, while Boise and resort towns like Coeur d'Alene and Sun Valley are much pricier. Average rent for a one-bedroom sits near $1,390 per month, though smaller markets can dip under $1,000. Idaho's overall cost of living is slightly above the national average, largely due to rising housing costs, but groceries, utilities, and transportation remain relatively reasonable. With its mix of rugged mountains, lakes, farmland, and a booming outdoor recreation scene, Idaho blends natural beauty with a still manageable cost of living if you avoid the hottest real estate pockets. Number 18. Missouri. Missouri offers a mix of bustling metros like St. Louis and Kansas City, charming small towns, and scenic spots along the Ozarks, all at a price that's easier on the wallet than much of the country. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs roughly $86,819 per year to live comfortably. Median home prices are around $261,000, with rural areas and smaller cities often well below $200,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is about $1,100 per month, though prime neighborhoods in larger cities can run higher. The overall cost of living is about 10–12% lower than the US average, with affordable groceries, utilities, and transportation balancing out rising housing prices in popular suburbs. Missouri's combination of cultural amenities, nature, and affordability make it an appealing choice for both city lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. Number 17, Tennessee. From the rhythmic streets of Nashville to the misty peaks of the Smoky Mountains, Tennessee blends Southern hospitality with plenty of scenic escapes. For 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $91,478 a year to live comfortably following the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. Median home prices sit near $334,000, though smaller towns and rural areas often come in under $220,000. Rent for a one-bedroom averages around $1,360 per month, with the priciest spots in downtown Nashville and parts of Knoxville. Tennessee's overall cost of living is roughly 8–10% below the national average, thanks to no state income tax and relatively affordable groceries and transportation. Whether you're drawn by music, mountains, or mild winters, Tennessee offers a lifestyle that feels both vibrant and manageable for your budget. Number 16. North Dakota. North Dakota might not be the first place you think of for comfortable living, but it's a hidden gem for affordability and quality of life. To live comfortably here in 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $82,285 annually under the 50-30-20 budget rule, one of the lowest in the nation. Median home prices hover around $283,000, with even lower options in smaller towns outside Fargo, Bismarck, and Grand Forks. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment runs about $1,100 a month, and utilities tend to be slightly below the national average. The overall cost of living is roughly 6% under the US average, helped by low housing and transportation costs. Add in virtually no traffic, friendly communities, and outdoor recreation from the Badlands to endless prairie lakes, and you've got a state that quietly delivers on both value and lifestyle. The only real trade-off? Winters can be brutal, but many residents will tell you that's just part of the charm. Number 15, South Dakota. South Dakota is one of the most budget-friendly places to live in the US, offering both wide-open spaces and a surprisingly vibrant small-town culture. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs roughly $82,160 a year to live comfortably under the 50-30-20 budget rule, well below the national average. Median home prices are around $319,000, though you can still find charming houses in smaller towns like Lead or Custer for under $200,000. Renting is even more affordable, with a one-bedroom averaging about $1,200 a month. The overall cost of living sits about 9% lower than the US average, helped by no state income tax and low utility bills. Outdoor lovers will find endless opportunities, from hiking the Black Hills to exploring Badlands National Park. South Dakota delivers a high quality of life without the high price tag. Just be ready for those cold, snowy winters. Number 14, Louisiana. Louisiana combines southern charm, a rich cultural heritage, and relatively low costs, though your budget will need to account for the state's unique challenges, like hurricane preparedness. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $85,322 per year to live comfortably. The median home price is around $212,000, and in many small towns, you can still score properties under $180,000. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages roughly $1,000 a month, with New Orleans being the clear, high-cost outlier. Overall, the cost of living sits about 12% below the national average, thanks to affordable groceries, low property taxes, and inexpensive utility. From the jazz-filled streets of New Orleans to quiet bayou communities, Louisiana offers a lifestyle that blends music, food, and hospitality, all at a price that leaves room for a little extra in the gumbo pot. Number 13, Kansas. Kansas delivers a straightforward, affordable lifestyle with wide-open spaces, friendly communities, and a low cost of living. For 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $87,610 per year to live comfortably here under the 50-30-20 budget rule. The median home price hovers near $242,000. But in many rural counties, you can find well-kept homes for under $150,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is roughly $1,200 a month, with Wichita and Kansas City suburbs costing a bit more. The state's overall cost of living is about 15% below the national average, thanks to affordable groceries, low utility costs, and some of the cheapest gas prices in the country. Kansas may not have oceans or towering mountains, but its small towns, sunflower fields, and stress-free pace make it a budget-friendly haven for those who value space and simplicity. Number 12, Kentucky. Kentucky blends Appalachian charm, rolling horse country, and vibrant cities like Louisville and Lexington, all while keeping costs low. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs around $83,574 per year to live comfortably. The median home price is roughly $224,000, and you can find plenty of small-town homes for under $150,000, especially in the eastern and western parts of the state. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment sits at about $1,100 a month, with urban centers a bit higher. Kentucky's cost of living is about 14% below the national average, thanks to inexpensive housing, affordable groceries, and moderate utility costs. Beyond affordability, the state offers bluegrass landscapes, bourbon trails, and a slower pace of life, making it appealing for those who want scenic beauty without the hefty price tag. Number 11, Alabama. Alabama offers southern hospitality, Gulf Coast beaches, and low costs that make it one of the most affordable places to live in the US. For a single adult to live comfortably in 2025-2026, you'll need about $85,280 per year, following the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices hover around $235,000, with rural areas and smaller towns often dipping under $150,000. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages roughly $1,050 a month, with higher prices in metro hubs like Birmingham and Huntsville. Overall, Alabama's cost of living is about 15% below the national average, driven by inexpensive housing, modest utility rates, and affordable groceries. Whether you prefer mountain views in the north, cultural life in the cities, or coastal relaxation, Alabama delivers plenty of value for your dollar. Number 10, Indiana. Indiana blends Midwestern friendliness, affordable housing, and a growing job market, making it a practical choice for single adults. In 2025-2026, living comfortably here requires about $86,570 per year, following the 50-30-20 budget rule. Median home prices are around $254,000, with many smaller towns offering properties well under $200,000. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages about $1,100 per month, with Indianapolis and college towns like Bloomington on the higher end. Indiana's cost of living is roughly 8-10% below the national average, with particularly low transportation and grocery costs. Winters can be brisk, but the state's mix of vibrant cities, farmland, and small-town communities offers plenty of lifestyle options without stretching your budget. Number 9, Wyoming. Wyoming blends rugged natural beauty with a surprisingly low cost of living, making it a haven for outdoor lovers who don't want to break the bank. For a single adult to live comfortably here in 2025-2026, you'll need about $87,942 per year under the 50-30-20 budget method. Median home prices are around $370,000, though smaller towns and rural areas often offer homes well under $250,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom sits near $1,168 a month, with Cheyenne and Jackson Hole on opposite ends of the price spectrum. Wyoming's overall cost of living is about 8% below the national average, driven by no state income tax, reasonable utility costs, and affordable groceries in most areas. From the Tetons to the High Plains, Wyoming offers wide open spaces, tight-knit communities, and plenty of elbow room for those seeking a slower pace of life. Number 8, New Mexico. New Mexico offers a unique mix of southwestern charm, cultural heritage, and affordability. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $87,402 annually to live comfortably. Median home prices are around $314,000, though smaller towns like Silver City and Ruidoso often have properties well under $200,000. Rent for a one-bedroom averages $1,180 per month, with Albuquerque and Santa Fe trending higher, while rural areas remain much cheaper. The overall cost of living is roughly 9% below the national average, helped by low housing and utility costs, though groceries and transportation can be slightly higher in remote regions. With stunning desert landscapes, snow-capped mountains, and a thriving art scene, New Mexico delivers beauty and culture at a price tag that's still within reach. Number 7, Nebraska. Nebraska combines wide-open spaces, small-town friendliness, and a cost of living that's well below the national average. For 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $87,000 $318 annually to live comfortably. The median home price sits around $276,000, though in many rural communities you can still find homes under $200,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom is roughly $1,100 per month, with Omaha and Lincoln being pricier, while smaller towns offer significant savings. The state's overall cost of living is about 10% lower than the US average, driven largely by affordable housing, low utility rates, and modest grocery prices. Nebraska's appeal lies in its mix of agricultural heartland, emerging job markets, and a steady pace of life, all without the financial strain found in bigger, more crowded states. Number 6. Iowa. Iowa offers a blend of rolling farmland, vibrant small cities, and a strong sense of community, all with an impressively low cost of living. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs about $86,902 per year to live comfortably under the 50-30-20 budget rule. The median home price is around $233,000, and it's still possible to find quality homes in rural areas under $150,000. Rent for a one-bedroom averages $963 a month, with Des Moines and Iowa City on the higher end, but still well below national averages. Iowa's overall cost of living runs about 15% lower than the US average, thanks to affordable housing, low utility costs, and modest healthcare expenses. Known for its agricultural heritage, safe neighborhoods, and accessible outdoor recreation, Iowa is an underrated pick for those who want stability in space without financial stress. Number 5. Mississippi. Mississippi consistently ranks as one of the most affordable states in the US, making it a strong contender for those looking to stretch their income. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs roughly $86,320 a year to live comfortably. The median home price hovers around $191,000, with rural areas and smaller towns offering well-kept properties for under $150,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom is about $987 per month, and utilities remain below national averages. Overall, the cost of living is roughly 16% lower than the US average, thanks to affordable housing, inexpensive groceries, and low transportation costs. With a warm climate, slower pace of life, and a strong sense of Southern hospitality, Mississippi delivers a comfortable lifestyle without the high price tag. Number 4. Ohio. Ohio offers a balanced mix of affordability, job opportunities, and varied lifestyles, from the lively streets of Columbus and Cleveland to quiet small towns surrounded by farmland. In 2025-2026, a single adult needs around $84,781 a year to live comfortably using the 50-30-20 budget model. The median home price is about $243,000, and even in metro areas you can still find well-kept properties under $200,000. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment runs about $950 per month, with smaller cities like Toledo and Akron coming in lower. Ohio's overall cost of living is roughly 10% below the national average, thanks to inexpensive utilities, groceries, and transportation. With 4 distinct seasons, diverse cultural offerings, and a central location that keeps travel convenient, Ohio delivers solid value for both urban professionals and those who prefer a slower pace. Number 3. Oklahoma. Oklahoma delivers a surprisingly low cost of living, paired with a mix of small-town warmth and growing metro opportunities in cities like Oklahoma City and Tulsa. For a single adult to live comfortably in 2025-2026, you'll need around $84,282 per year under the 50-30-20 budget rule. The median home price is about $217,000, with plenty of rural areas offering well-kept homes under $150,000. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages around $990 a month, with smaller towns often dropping below $700. Overall, Oklahoma's cost of living is about 15% lower than the national average, with affordable groceries, utilities, and transportation helping stretch your budget. Add in its central US location, relatively mild winters, and a strong sense of community. And you've got one of the most budget-friendly states to call home. Number 2. Arkansas. Arkansas offers a mix of scenic beauty, southern charm, and some of the lowest living costs in the country. For a single adult to live comfortably in 2025-2026, you'll need about $81,078 annually using the 50-30-20 budget method. The median home price sits around $220,000, with rural areas and smaller towns often dipping below $180,000, while hotspots like Bentonville and Fayetteville trend higher. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages about $946 per month, and in some smaller communities, it's possible to find places for under $700. The state's overall cost of living is well below the national average, with especially affordable groceries, transportation, and healthcare. Known as the natural state, Arkansas offers plenty of outdoor recreation, from the Ozark Mountains to Hot Springs National Park, making it an attractive choice for nature lovers who want big savings without sacrificing quality of life. Number 1. West Virginia. West Virginia tops the list as the most affordable state for a single adult to live comfortably in 2025-2026. You'll need roughly $80,829 annually under the 50-30-20 budget rule, the lowest of all 50 states. Median home prices are around $173,000, with many rural areas offering homes well under $120,000, making homeownership highly attainable. A one-bedroom apartment can range from $570 to $770 depending on the city. The Mountain State's cost of living is about 12–15% below the national average, with low housing, utilities, and transportation costs. Beyond the numbers, West Virginia offers stunning natural beauty, from the rolling Appalachian foothills to the New River Gorge National Park, along with a slower pace of life and close-knit communities. For those who want big scenery on a modest budget, West Virginia delivers.